Hundreds of oil field wastewater wells across California must shut down by tomorrow after a federal audit found the state illegally allowed them to inject contaminated fluids into protected water supplies. But Christin Ayers found out that's not stopping the state from backing yet another oil company's request to inject wastewater into a protected underground water source. This one is right here in the Bay Area.
You'd never know it, but in the shadow of windmills that surround the Livermore Valley, there's an active oil field.
We started seeing major problems here.
2 wells are on Philip Marshall's property. He says problems started when the oil company E&B Natural Resources removed some old tanks, uncovering contaminated soil.
It was really, really intense, petroleum smelling odor coming from the site, and we looked at it and saw that there was obviously contaminated soil underneath where these tanks came out of.
The county cited E&B for failure to provide an immediate verbal report of the contamination. In another incident involving E&B tanks on a neighboring property, Alameda County's DA sued E&B for improper transportation and disposal of hazardous waste.
They're very sloppy, messy operators that just really don't have any sort of regard for the property they're on, the community around them.
Marshall is one of dozens of Livermore residents who showed up at a recent public hearing to protest E&B's request to expand its wastewater disposal boundaries, some worried about groundwater contamination.
Surrounding this aquifer is 15 domestic water use wells within a quarter mile. That is extremely close.
Others about the nearby Greenville earthquake fault.
I don't see how anyone can guarantee that another earthquake can't create new pathways for this wastewater to escape.
Contaminated water from the oil extraction process has to be re-injected into the ground for disposal. It can also be used for oil recovery. But either way, it can only be injected into a water table that's exempted from the Federal Safe Drinking Water Act.
The aquifer currently does not serve as...
Officials with the Department of Conservation's Division of Oil and Gas that oversees oil production in California told the packed house that a portion of the water table under the oil field in Livermore is already exempted, and that expanding its boundaries is appropriate because it's way too dirty to ever be used for drinking or irrigation. But this man says not so fast.
Unfortunately, it's part of a larger pattern of the state rubber stamping these exemption applications on behalf of the oil industry.
Holland Kretzman is a scientist with the Center for Biological Diversity.
We're not going to be able to rely on EPA in the future, so it heightens the responsibility of our state to really serve as a check on the oil industry.
E&B Resources turned down our request for an interview, but they told us when they bought the oil field here a decade ago, the equipment on it was in bad shape, so they invested more than $500,000 to improve it. In the process, the company says a small amount of dry oil-stained soil was discovered under one of the older tanks. E&B acted immediately to clean it up, and in full cooperation with the county, tested the groundwater, which confirmed no impact whatsoever to any groundwater. As for the DA's complaint, E&B says it inadvertently shipped a small quantity of sludge from a storage tank as non-hazardous and subsequently discovered a classification error. Corrective action was taken. But Philip says on his property, the cleanup still isn't over.
They started on that plan back in April of 2015, and they're still not complete.
He's given up on getting any help from the state.
The regulatory agency, Dogger here, is not doing their part.
But he hopes the EPA will get the message. In Livermore, Christin Ayers, KPIX 5.
State of California still has to approve the expansion request. Then it goes to the EPA for a final approval. And by the way, the landowner Christin interviewed makes no profit from the oil. He just owns the surface land, not the mineral rights beneath it.